The payment comparison functions just like the equity comparison, but it looks at the actual payments over the target time frame. So remember, the time frame sets the time frame for all of these categories, and I can expand or contract payments. But in the payment comparison, it's going to look at the total interest payments. So this would be the mortgage, any other liabilities, all liabilities associated with this transaction would fit into this category of interest payments. All taxes, homeowners insurance, mortgage insurance, rent, other, all of this would fit into this category here. All principal payments made. So again, if you say, well, I don't want to do liabilities, I just want to do compare mortgages, then simply don't add mortgages, and this will only show the interest and the principal payments for the liabilities you add, which would be just a mortgage. But what's cool about this is I can take the mortgages, all of their liabilities, and say, look, this is your total interest payments on all of your borrowing over 10 years in the current situation. Here's the total payment in the proposed situation. Again, taxes, HOI, MI, rent, other, principal payments, tax savings. This is all tax savings. This is property taxes. This is interest. This is mortgage insurance and other stuff. And I can see the total payments, $194,071, $194,552. So I can see in the other situation here, if I were just to scroll this back for 1 second, in our prior example, there was $39,606 difference in equity. And then I can also see, but what's the difference in my payments? I'm going to only pay $481 a month extra, because extra, red would be negative. That means I'm paying more out in this scenario than this scenario. But this allows me to see the difference between my payment and my on my current and my payment on my new. Now, if I've expanded, let me just bring this down for 1 second. If I've expanded the prepayment or the savings comparison, all of the summaries will be underneath that particular category. If I contract those, then I can see what will happen. Let me kind of scroll it or move it down here. So if I contract the prepayment or savings, I just look at the net, it's going to actually show me the difference over time, the specific savings or payment difference or whatever that's associated with that particular transaction. So see, it says savings over 10 years. This is giving me a net number if I just show equity and payment. If I expand the next category, the savings is going to move down into that category. So these are progressive. I can expand all of them or part of them, but it's always going to know if I contract this one, then I'll have to show the savings on the next one. So it's pretty intuitive, and you'll get the hang of it as you go through each of these different scenarios.